Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
We want to thank our sponsor, Frost Giants Games, for making this show possible. Frost Giants Games is Wisconsin's game store of choice for board games, Magic the Gathering, and other card games. Check them out at www.frostgiantgames.com. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dalton here from TCG Buzz, back at it again with Jacob. Not this again. Not this again, Jacob. Come on now. Come on.
Well, you know, I figured I'd just let you do the entire episode on your own and then, like, see if you noticed I wasn't talking.
I'm pretty sure anybody would notice, as you saw.
True. So we have a fun discussion planned for today, and this is actually something you wanted to talk about for quite a while.
Yes.
And it did get pushed off a couple times because, like, oh, we had to talk about that tournament that I did really well in and how crazy that was and, you know, stuff like that.
I guess. Even though that deck gets wrecked, we will bring that. We will have to have a match with that because we have to see how far that deck has fallen
in just a few weeks. But that's totally off topic from what we're talking about today.
Yes, it is. Unless you want to do it online.
True.
Oh, is that a hint?
Oh.
I think it's a hint. We're talking about OCGs and kind of maybe the future of TCGs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
You know, sometimes Dalton and I like to have on-point discussions about very specific things. You know, this is not one of those. This is a loose, like, whatever comes to your mind in the moment discussion.
Uranus came to mind. I'm sorry. You know the planet?
Maybe not anything that comes to your mind. So we're talking about OCGs, and we want to talk about, you know, some of the ones we've had experience with, our thoughts on them in general, and, you know, where they're going from here, because you can't ignore them anymore. For a while, really they were kind of a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
But now it'd be safe to bet that a considerable chunk of the card game industry is all online.
Yes.
I wouldn't say, you know, even half of it. If you don't count Magic the Gathering, probably half.
Carry the 5. 5 by 6. Yep.
There's a lot.
About half.
There's a lot. And, you know, certain games that we'll be talking about have become huge. Hearthstone.
Oh, you mean Magic?
Yeah.
I mean, Hearthstone.
So what was your first experience with an OCG?
Kind of hard to say. Because there's a bunch of different ones that you could have got downloaded on your phone and so forth, mobily. So kind of like, I can't remember the name of the card game, but I would have to probably say Hearthstone, just because it's probably one of the bigger ones and it was probably the one that kept throwing itself at me.
So I go way back because remember I played Chaotic, and that was I won't say it's the first OCG, but it was the first really well advertised OCG, even though it was also a physical card game.
Which it could have been.
But it got serious as an OCG for quite a while, and you can still play it with private servers. If you want more information about that, we did actually do an episode about Chaotic a couple months ago.
We'll throw a little thing right on screen. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Don't make Christian do more work.
I was going to make Darian do it.
So that was my experience, and that was what, 2007, 2008. I mean, it wasn't a great experience, but you know, the internet has evolved so much since then. Plus, we've got these things now.
Bring Chaotic back.
Yes, even if it's just a dinky mobile game, I'd be happy as long
dinky
as
mobile. That wouldn't be
a great mobile game.
That would be a fan.
If Pokemon Duel, the trading figure game, can come back.
No, it would be Pokemon Go, if you really think about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were getting way off topic.
Oh, okay. Let's try to snap back.
So there are plenty. I guess we should list some of the more major OCGs out there, and you know,
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone's the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I don't know Like, I know Magic the Gathering Online is pretty big, but Hearthstone's the biggest, at least when it comes to original OCGs, not based off of a physical TCG. Well, it is based off of Magic. It rips it off.
Everything is based off of Magic.
True.
Except for Magic. Wait a minute. That's one weird thing to say. Except for Magic.
Except for Magic. Hearthstone, what can you say about Hearthstone that hasn't been said before?
It's a bad game.
No, that's been said before. I've said it before.
I don't know. I was just trying to make stuff up. It's not a bad game. I actually kind of like it, but you really lose the trading aspect, I think.
Yeah. And that hurts the game. But a lot of these games are that way, though. Some of them you can trade fully, and it makes a good experience. But Hearthstone has none of that.
No.
My biggest complaint with Hearthstone is if you ever get bored with it and decide to take a break, for a couple months or something like that, just some time away from the game, you're done. It is so hard in Hearthstone to catch back up without spending hundreds of dollars on packs. It's kind of ridiculous.
You spent money?
Oh, I've spent like $20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's not a game for the faint of wallet, which is funny considering, it's free to play.
It's free to play, but you could probably earn cash some other way.
It reminds me, the entire game reminds me a lot of Magic's standard gameplay.
Yeah,
we're using only but recent sets where you constantly have to, pay the Magic tax. Every time a set comes out, you pay the Magic tax and have to keep up with it and buy more cards. There's never a deck you can build that will stay relevant
throughout time.
So that's my thought on Hearthstone. Though I also have to say, it has probably the best matchmaking system I've ever seen in an OCG. It is so easy to get connected with some random person to play.
Very good. Very good.
If there's one thing Blizzard's great at, it's, making things convenient for players.
Yeah.
And it really shows. It's the most accessible OCG around.
That is very true. Well, the most accessible, biggest name OCG, I would have to say. Because there's probably more accessible ones that are smaller or not known, if you really think about it.
So with success, there comes clones.
Oh.
And I actually did a full episode with Darian on our other channel, Gaming Buzz, talking about The Elder Scrolls Legends, which is straight up a Hearthstone clone.
Which is a clone of Magic.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting so
Cloneception. And it doesn't look that appealing to me. I did try it at one point. Did not enjoy it. I'm just like, why would I play this over Hearthstone?
Good point.
And I don't play very much Hearthstone, so...
That's because we play the real deal. We like to feel the cards in our hands. We don't like to just look at little pixels.
Unless we're testing decks online in one of our simulators for Buddy Fighter, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, even then, I don't like doing that. I'm a very hands-on person. I really enjoy having the cards actually there in front of me.
So for that type of situation, I really enjoy play testing a bit. Because you know me, I've built decks before where I'm like, this is a competent deck, but it just doesn't click with me. And then it ends up sitting until it's worthless or I trade it away. Like you ended up with my Dark Hero deck. I was the first person in our group to build Dark Heroes, and I thought I'd love them. And then I played them, and I'm like, no, I don't really like this.
No, I don't think that was the problem. I think the problem that you had, which shows up with a lot of decks that you attempt to build, is you don't have a good majority of the cards, or you don't have certain key cards because they're higher rarities and they're harder to get. And when the deck doesn't work the way it should be, you're kind of like, well, I kind of give up. You can't lie. That's kind of what happens. A good majority of the time. And then I take the deck. I'm like, here, let me test it. And then I get the combo going, and you're just like, screw you, man. I'm done with this.
So what else do we have?
Have
you ever played Pokemon TCGO? Trading card game online?
I barely play the TCG.
Same.
So
I do know I've collected hundreds of those stupid code cards and thrown them away.
Don't say that.
I know Khalil will be mad at me for saying that. I'm pretty sure
Khalil, we'll save them for you. If you let us know, we will save them for you.
Our
let us know in the comments.
Khalil started getting into Pokemon. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm pretty sure I've got a whole bunch of the code cards at home, right? And then I looked around and couldn't find any. I'm pretty sure I threw those.
No, you didn't throw them away.
I don't know.
No, you gave them.
Not those
ones. Christian.
Not those ones.
That was Christian. Never mind. That was Christian.
So, but I mean, I do like the aspect of having the physical card game and, the online card game. Chaotic was very fun for me, and the only other game that really accentuates the two together is Pokemon.
Yeah.
That being said, if you ever try out Pokemon's TCGO, be warned, hackers everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes. So Magic online. The one thing that really strikes me as interesting about it is, that trading aspect that's missing out on so many OCGs.
They have it?
They have it, and not only that, you can sell cards for real money.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed with like Hearthstone and a lot of online card games. It's like, sure, you can buy packs and try to get all these cards and so forth, but you kind of lose the aspect of the whole trading piece of trading card games, and then you kind of lose out on, I guess, money if you're into that type of deal.
Yeah.
If you want to make money or get your money back if you're trying to get out the game, because that's one of those things too. Like, if you try to get out of Hearthstone, you can get out of it, but you don't get your money back.
No. So Magic, and what really impresses me about it is they use Magic Online to do things you can't do with the physical card game. For instance, they do cube drafts where there are a couple copies of Black Lotus thrown into the deck.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Where, the cost to do so physically would be ridiculous. But, when you open packs, you could get some really rare digital cards and be able to sell them and actually make money. And they're worth close to what the physical cards are worth.
Wait, what?
Yes. I'm not going to say it's the same, and I'm no expert on this, but from what I understand, if it's a super chase hard to get card, you can get a decent amount of money from pulling it as just a bunch of characters on your screen.
I might need to try this out. The Black Lotuses.
I don't think Black Lotus is available, but you can get a nice Jace for $100 or so, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, so what's next?
How do you feel about if the TCG eventually becomes the OCG? How do you feel on that? Because it might happen, it might not. Who knows?
I've had many discussions with people, talking about physical goods dying off. A great example where it's already really affected an industry is comic books.
Yes.
The number of physical comic books sold is so much less than it was in, say, the 90s. Because you can just read them on your Kindle or something like that. Actually, Amazon is one of the biggest suppliers of comic books in the world because they sell them as ebooks.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing with that. The comic book stores aren't dead.
Oh, no, they're not. They're still kicking.
They're still kicking, and there is still a market for the physical goods.
Because it's almost like a card game. Like, some comic books are worth some money. Like, and some
now
of them
you're not buying them at random typically, but that's really the only difference.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, no, now I lost my train of thought. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, guys.
All right.
Well, that was the show, guys, and I hope you had fun.
I think no matter how financially viable OCGs are and how big the groups get, there will always be some people who look for the other things, the ability to collect things and sit there with your big old binders full of cards, the ability to meet up with other people in person and just play card games without worrying about it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's always that tactile feel of a sweet trading card. Plus, they have not yet invented a way for an OCG to give you that new card smell.
Oh.
You know the one I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has it best, man. They've got a good new card smell.
They have a good old pack new cards.
Yes.
Old pack new card smell.
Oh, dude, that smell.
Oh, that is...
I would buy that as, like...
Your deodorant?
Or an air freshener or something like that. Ooh. Oh, guys, just leave a comment below if you like the new card smell.
Or let us know if you actually know if there's an old new car smell. Jeez, I'm already going into cars. Card smell down below. I want to know. I want to know.
Almost smells like like leather-bound books. The pressed ink.
Ooh, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I think we've gone off topic again, but we were talking about the future of TCGs potentially becoming OCGs. So let's talk about a card game we know, Buddy Fight.
Buddy Fight.
It's a great card game.
An official OCG will never happen.
We never know. And that could be another reason why OCGs will never take over the TCG market, because it really depends on developers. So Bushi, they could say, we don't want to port everything to online.
If only, they had designed a great simulator, maybe called Card Fight Vanguard Online, and then totally shut down the project. Yeah.
Like, you can have companies like that who completely ignore like the online aspect and say, this is how we're going to do it. We're always going to have it physical. We're always going to have events in certain cities and so forth. That will keep the TCGs alive, and that will keep the physical market alive and kind of kill off the online market. But then you have like Magic, where both are very big, but like each is kind of its own domain, but Wizards of the Coast pay attention to them. So with like Buddy Fight, we have the Buddy Fight area, and then what was the other one? Buddy Fight Sim?
Otacon Simulator.
Something like that.
It's an in-browser one.
Both very good, and they have their own flaws, of course. They're always going to have their own flaws. Nothing's perfect, except for me, but, I really like the Buddy Fight Sim itself, just because I feel like since it's a browser simulator, it's always updated versus the area where you have to download a new update, or you have to wait so long before they release an update, or there's an unofficial update, which happens, I guess, when it comes down to things like that. But gameplay-wise, the Buddy Fight area is much better than the Buddy Fight Sim. But like I said, each have their pros and cons, but I don't think Bushi will ever accept that aspect of their card game.
You know what would be a great first step?
Acknowledging it?
No, because they probably can't for legal reasons.
Probably.
But a great first step would be porting the stupid Buddy Fight 3DS games, giving us English versions.
Why would we do that?
Okay, bit of a tangent, but I absolutely love card game video games. And
why would you like that?
I don't know. I just do. I always have.
Why would you like the rules to be explained even in more detail for you to make your life easier when it comes to the card game, man? Why would you do that?
Imagine if Luck and Logic had gotten one. Bye, Dalton. See you later. Goodbye. Don't trip on anything. All right, he's sitting down in the corner. I think he's done. I don't know if he wants me to continue the episode and rant for another half an hour. Or does he think I should just end it? End the episode? Is that what Dalton's saying? All right. I'm going to end the episode. So. Oh, no. He's coming back. You realize you couldn't leave yet?
No. I realized I was destroying the people's hopes and dreams by getting rid of myself.
All right, so do you have any final thoughts?
Never mention Luck and Logic again.
Okay.
It hurts too much.
That one card game?
Not really. We did go on a lot of tangents and so forth. Hopefully you guys can pull some good
Points
out of it. But I guess to kind of round it up, some card games will eventually evolve into OCGs. Other ones will forever be TCGs.
So what are those other ones? You know, we mentioned we don't see Buddy Fight or even Vanguard really moving.
Or Wire Sports.
Do you know one game I do actually see moving to an online-only form? And you might disagree, but I think I can see a future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Moving to an online-only.
God.
That would be awesome, actually.
The only reason why I don't think that might work is just because, how to put it, they would have to kind of like change a lot of things to where they can actually implement pack buying online and so forth.
But I'd support that. That sounds cool.
Definitely, because I would definitely get in. Well, I don't know if I'd get into it.
Who knows?
I could get down with Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. I could definitely see it happening since it is already such a major thing and they already hold tournaments and so forth online and so forth on it. Sure, they're not as big as normal events, so say like YCS Seattle or something like that. But I could totally see Yu-Gi-Oh! Going completely online.
I'd support that.
If you support it, leave a like. But I almost want to say Dragonborn. Yes, it hasn't come out yet, but
this card game that's not going to be out for several more months needs to die, and we should just have a digital version.
Not die, evolve. I could definitely see it kind of going online, so you have a random dice generator going.
I mean, the benefit to that no one would be able to use loaded dice.
Exactly, it would make everything more fair. You can't use your sleight of hand tricks because, you know,
it's a 4.
Exactly. Stuff like that. But Buddy Fight, I don't think will ever go online. Vanguard, there's a chance, but there's also a strong chance it never will.
They already shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
If Bushiroad decided we've changed our mind, here's a brand new online Vanguard game, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one would believe in it.
Yeah,
no one would support it. Everyone would doubt its legitimacy, and
then they would shut it down again.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's many card games that could evolve into OCGs, and some that will never evolve.
Yep,
just never will. But
never.
Things happen.
Yep.
Any other thoughts on your end?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications, though. Comment down below your favorite part, or if you want us to just shut up and stop talking and not make another video ever again, let us know.
Tell us about that new card smell.
Share this with your friends.
Potpourri.
Check out the shop.
Yeah, we got a shop. You can buy fabulous TCG Buzz shirts, phone cases, mugs, buttons at www.tcgbuzz.com/shop.
The link will be down in the description. Don't listen to Jake. Just go down to the description. All the important stuff will be in the description.
You can buy stuff there to support us, so we can buy more boxes of stuff. Because, boxes of cards are expensive.
Oh, speaking of boxes, I know we haven't done an unboxing recently. Let us know if you want us to do that again. Probably not as much as we did last time, but let us know.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Bye.
Stay classy, y'all.
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.